Welcome to another episode of YCN Sports Wrap. I'm your host, Andrew Zerhide. Thanks for tuning in. Well, this week we're finally moving away from fall to winter sports, mainly focusing on basketball and hockey. Today we'll be covering a variety of schools' basketball teams, including Hillsborough Deering, Fall Mountain, Sunapee Kearsarge, and Stevens. But first, to wrap up our football coverage, we're going to start off today's show with an interview featuring the Windsor Yellow Jackets head football coach, Greg Balch, as part of our Coach's Corner segment brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill. We sat down with Coach Balch recently to hear what he had to say about his team's memorable, undefeated Division III state championship season.
I had the same level of worry that I think every coach has going into a state championship game, and it doesn't matter if you've played the team before, it doesn't matter if you won that game or lost that game. I was quite concerned with Otter Valley. I'd watched their Woodstock game. They were a totally different team from when we had played them earlier in the season. They were throwing the ball all over the place, new quarterback, very successful at everything they were doing. They had a lot of seniors on their team, big physical team. I knew they had a size advantage. So there wasn't a single part of me that was comfortable, but at the same time, I knew if we played our game, we would do okay. I liked the attitude of the team going into the game. I think that was the thing that stood out to me more than anything. They wanted to play in that game. At the same time, they didn't feel that because they had beat Otter Valley earlier in the season that this was going to be a cakewalk. They had the right attitude going into the game. It was a game that we made big plays when it counted, but we certainly didn't drive the ball down Otter Valley's throat. There was nothing that was easy about what we did, but we made all the big plays when we needed to, both on offense and defense, and that was really the difference in the game. That's an incredible feeling. I mean, I think it's one that I'm still absorbing now. But you know, first of all, other people probably felt like the game was over with a couple minutes left, and but for us as coaches, it's not over until the very end. So it took us until then, but even then, it takes a while to sink in, but it was very, very special. It's a special group of kids. I've personally watched or been involved with them since most of them were in the third grade playing football. So you see the Hunter Patnodes and the Duncan Fraziers and all these kids that you've watched since they were really small grow up and have a goal in mind that they talked about frequently. And, kids talk about a lot of things, but to actually put the work behind it and to go all the way to where they said they wanted to go to and put all that hard work in was really an amazing thing, and I just couldn't be more proud of that group of kids, the whole team. So we have 7 seniors that we're losing. We're losing Tanner Wright, Kyler Lotto, Caleb Harrington, Hunter Patnode, Zach McLeod, Josh Greep, and Hunter Judd. So there's 7 seniors there that'll graduate. It's a big loss. It's a big hole. All of those kids played significant minutes for us. Some were two-way starters, and some were all-stars. So it's a big hole. We feel good about next year. At the same time, our largest class is this year's junior class, so a lot of kids from that class will be seniors next year. We expect Trevor Worrell to come back and be 100% and have just a great season. He was having a great season this year before he hurt his knee. We've got good game and championship experience for a lot of these players, so they bring that back with them. Good leadership on both sides of the ball, so I feel like our expectations are very high for next year. We have kids that have been there and done it, and now the challenge to them is to step up and get better as individuals and get better as a team for this year as well.
All the way! Yeah. Okay!
I'm good.
Let's go, boys. Great game,
Thanks for sitting down with us, Coach Balch, and congrats to you and your team on a very memorable, historic season. We're going to take a short break, but when YCN Sports Wrap returns, we'll be checking out the Hillsborough Deering and Fall Mountain girls basketball teams as they took on one another last week. We'll be right back.